with my non-cutaway FS 800 and had put bone nut onto there. Still residue of bone dust on there. Ah, I keep playing differently. It's alright. Heal that thing. It's alright. It's always like whining about some sort of finger issue or whatever, but it's like infecting and bloating, so like I'm trying to like bad time to do an example of playing. That's okay though. I want to go out and play some music tonight or something. I don't know if there's anywhere to go to play at all, so maybe I'll go and try to fend off hitting a drunken frat kid with my guitar, I guess, if it's nice enough outdoors to play music. But I don't want to actually hit the guitar hard, strumming hard. I'd rather do. See, I can't actually play with my thumb right now, which is fun. I'm tempted, and it's the only thing keeping me kind of okay anymore is playing music, so. I'm just incredibly excited about the change of. It's not like the tone of the guitar changing, and it's not it. Unless I can find a decent camera again, anyway, no one would really hear it. So what's the point of all of this anyhow? Because this is an Android phone. I think it's just that I'm alive right now, and music is exciting, and the feeling. There's a string vibration feeling that's different when the materials of the nut and the saddle are changed out, and I really am content with noticing those sorts of things when they're beneficial. So, yeah, 1.14 millimeter pick. Okay, I never really pay attention to those gauges of them. Just but. So I use on a resonator. It's a very thick pick. Ow, see? Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. There's horrible, I dragged like 14, I don't know how far I dragged down the road. I had a skateboard crash before and had dragged and dragged my hip down the pavement for a good while. So it's like, I don't like complaining about like a little thumb thing going on, but it's infected. Does this look infected? I had taken a string and wrapped it in sandpaper and try to just get the nut area down a little bit by doing it that way. It's a way, technically, I guess, probably not the best way of all to do it, but it doesn't seem that much different from the stock one that came on there, though, because both the saddles and the stocks, both the stock saddles and the nuts ship with action pretty high on learner guitars like this. This is what this is. It's a learner guitar, so having that brass bridge plate under there gives it a little bit of some honk, I think, and it stabilizes the ball ends of the strings snugging up where the bridge plate area is. Does it rob from a woody tone at all? It probably, it's possible that it does. But anyway, I don't know. My way of playing anyway has like a dissonance and resonance, so I'm happier. I got instant coffee I have to make. Go out and exist a little bit, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not... It doesn't seem to me that this channel at the moment should be anything other than sort of examining through a looking glass of somebody that's trying to hold on dear and tight to navigate through the present world we live in. Is that any different from any other human trying to survive today? I'm not sure, but I really would enjoy having time to make things other than just sitting around and talking. But what kind of civilization do I live in, I don't know. And I gotta clip my fingernails. So these are walnut fretboards on here, which is interesting. They do ding and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to have a ding ding that's like a... You don't want to dig. You don't want to have like gouges or anything, but if there's a fret mark kind of digging or anything like that, it smooths out enough where it's manageable, I think. And there are instances where if you use different tool types to remove your pins from here, they will ding, so be mindful of that. You can kind of use a certain tool to be able to lift up without actually like pressing into the bridge itself. There were rosewood fingerboards and bridges on some of them before. Is it worth the trade out between having the scallop bracing and so on? Probably, because I've heard so many comments before that this series of guitars has that extra something to it due to the bracing. And as time moves on, this was a store played one that was quite played in, so it was already pretty opened up and everything. And then adding the saddle, the spoon, and the nut just today, several moments ago, you notice the changes. Unfortunately, though, and I would like to just re-record everything that I've recorded that involves a need of good, clear sound quality, because this thing it's an Android phone, so I want to have the time at some point in my life. I don't know if that's possible, so... And then anyway, somehow, pardon me, somehow acquiring a cutaway version of the same exact guitar, and this one's not as played in. This is pretty much fresh out of, you know, and the tuning. It's different. Oh well. This one's dropped even lower, actually. Dun dun dun. This one's emulating the sound of a guitar I had. It was a Martin DXM that I had traded out, and I uploaded a video from 2017. And this is like emulating the sound of that tuning and string style. I find that with drop down strings, you can get a sound that is more like the feeling of silk and steel strings. And then when you start capoing, you can make up for it being a dropped tuning guitar. Don't let it try to make too much sense. Trying to get more sleep in my life. There's some of these things from Trader Joe's I got that I have to eat. The way that they pack them, they put these things on the dressing that they come with, and it makes them really wet. The shell is really wet, so they're soggy. I might just take them out of the shells and make a salad out of them or something like that. Since that's important information. Also, it has some coconut water that tastes more like coconut milk for some reason. I don't really drink coconut water though. I've never been able to be spoiled enough to have really good quality food or anything, or drink or anything, but anyhow, this was just a quick vlog thing anyhow, so there is something though. There is something like I want to stop this video, but I also wanted to set the guitar down. But there's something about, I don't know. I think it's any guitar in general, but especially these guitars. I just really, they're fun. You can't put them down, and I've read that so much. It's turned back into me talking about these guitars again. I guess. I mean, you talk about a goose. If you want to talk about a goose. It landed back where I had picked it up from. That's good. Anyway, I need a band really bad. I need all these ideas and visions and things put into, you know how much, that's why I'm at the state I am, I suppose. Basically, it's just being stressed out and not getting any sleep in my life. But when you have visions and everything, and you fight with all your might to get them to fruit and everything like that, they don't come to be. And then you get these excuses and stares and ways of however other people deal with basically saying, hey, go fuck off or whatever. It's kind of gets to you after a while, because it's the only thing that's what it was for me. I realized that I don't listen to AC/DC. I don't mind them. I just am not really into them. But I remember as something, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock. Huh? Is that even correct? I just realized that was a motivational lyric. You know what I mean? I was looking at some sort of top Billboard thing going on or whatever recently, or some song about it's not shit, it's a fart or something like that. And I thought about the messages that are subconsciously conveyed to the mass public and everything like that. So basically, songs are we have songs now. People are talking about fecal matter. ACDC or whatever might have been whatever they are, but there's if it's a long way. It's a long way to the top. If you want to get what you want, if you want to feel that sensation of celebration and everything like that, it's a long way to the top. It's telling you you have a lot of things to go through in life, so you better persevere, even if it seems like a silly outcome or something like that. And then the other song, everything today is like materialism, worship, overload, and talking about fecal matter. So yeah, I just want to make an orchestra of music, and I really want to make some songs with stories and folklore tales and all that kind of stuff. And what do? You get the world throwing knives at you constantly. So that's fun. That's real fun. So if I hit a college frat kid in the head with my guitar, I don't want to do anything to my guitar. And what I mean when I say that, because I realize I need to kind of hone in when I'm jumping around subjects and talking and everything. What I mean is that when I go out and you can't get booked at venues or anything like that, or you know, towns don't want you around and all that shit because you want. I don't know why, but you just want to play like strict or raw rock and roll or blues or whatever. That catharsis kind of connective stuff. So when you go out and like play, when you're sitting down outside, and people come and try to ruin it for you or be dickheads and everything like that, is it worth breaking your instrument over some frat kid's head or whatever? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna eat the. I'm gonna turn that into a salad, so I don't have to eat the soggy shell wraps that came in, and figure some things out. Yeah, what's the subject matter of this? I'm not sure.